In 1865, the Civil War had ended, leaving destruction in its midst. The U.S. worked to rebuild the country and readmit the Confederacy into the Union. This period, known as the Reconstruction, lasted from 1865 to 1867.
President Lincoln had devised a plan called the Proclamation of Amnesty and Reconstruction, also known as the 10% Plan. It stated that if 10% of a Confederate state swore allegiance to the Union, they would be readmitted and all Confederates would be pardoned except high-ranking officials and those accused of crimes against prisoners of war.
After Lincoln's assassination by John Wilkes Booth, Johnson became president and announced his plan for Reconstruction.
The plan was quite similar to Lincoln's, except that it was not as lenient. Instead of pardoning all Confederates, he pardoned only 13,000. Although the 10% plan was still in place, wealthy landowners and high-ranking Confederates were excluded due to his resentment towards the wealthier population.
Four states were readmitted to the Union using Lincoln's plan: Louisiana, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Virginia. The rest used Johnson's plan except for Texas.
Johnson surprised everyone by vetoing the Civil Rights Act and Freedmen's Bureau, which gave African Americans citizenship and forbade discriminatory laws. The Freedmen's Bureau provided food, clothing, hospitals, and legal education for former slaves.
Congress, made up of radical Republicans, overrode his vetoes and drafted the 14th Amendment in response, which prevented from denying legal rights to any U.S. citizen.
Congress also tried to pass the Reconstruction Act of 1867, which divided up the South into 5 military districts, required that African Americans had the right to vote, and that the 15th Amendment needed to be ratified. Because Johnson was blocking the Reconstruction Act, Congress sought to find a flaw in Johnson's actions. They soon found their chance when Johnson fired a cabinet member without the Senate's approval.
He was impeached but not convicted. When it came time to the re-election, he lost to Ulysses S. Grant.